Parshas Vayishlach. This shir is adapted from the shiurim of Moran Hagoyin Reb Leib Chasman Zeichet Tzadik Levrocha. If anybody wishes to see the written version of this shir, please refer to our website yeshivakesetorah.org. The title of this shir is Man Has the Incredible Ability to Transform Hate into Love in an Instant. It says in the Pasuk that Vayishlach Yaakov, the great confrontation between Yaakov and Esav was about to take place. Vayishlach Yaakov Malochim Lefonov El Esav Ochiv. Yaakov Avinu sent Malochim Mamish. Rashi says, Malochim Mamish, actual angels, to Esav to see if they can appease Esav. Vayetzav Oisam Leimer, and he commanded them to say, Kosomrun la Adoni la Esav, so you should say to my master Esav, Koi Omar Avdecho Yaakov, so said your servant Yaakov. Esav is the big person and Yaakov is the servant. And Yaakov Avinu said that he has Shur v'chamer tzoin ve'eved v'shivcha. He has oxen and donkeys and sheep and servants and maidservants, and I'm sending them to tell you, Esav, my lord, lahagid la'adoni limtzvei chen be'einecha. Hayoshuvu hamalochim el Yaakov Leimer. The actual angels returned to Yaakov, saying, Bonu el achicha el Esav. We came to Esav, and he's going toward you with 400 men. Vayiro Yaakov ma'od, and Yaakov was very afraid. As it came closer for the great confrontation to take place, it says in the Pasuk, Vayikach min habo biyodoi, he took, Rashi says it means jewelry, and to give to a present to Esav, jewelry, and many different animals, 200 izim, goats, and 20 goats, and 200 ewes, and 20 rams. Vayitain biyad avodov. He gave all this to his servants, Yaakov Avinu. Eide levadai. Every drove by itself. V'revach tosimu bein eide uvein eide. There should be space between each drove. It should look magnified and look even more. Vayetzav es horisha in Leimer, he commanded the first drove when you meet Esav, and he asks you, what's this all about? V'yomarta, you should say, La'avdacha Yaakov, to your servant Yaakov, Mincha Hishlucha, it's a present, La'adoni Le'esav, and to you, my lord Esav. Vayetzaves Hasheni Gamas Shlishi, everybody was supposed to speak the same way, that Yaakov is the small one and Esav is the great one. Ki Omra, he said, Ki Oma, Yaakov Avinu said, Achapra Ponov, I will appease him, Ba'mincha ha'haileches lefonai, with this present that goes before me. So the Torah continues, and the Torah says, when it came very close, the pasuk continues and says, Vayorotz Esav likrosai, and Esav ran to meet Yaakov, Vayechapkeyu, and Esav embraced Yaakov, Vayipel al Tzavoroi, Esav fell on the neck of Yaakov Avinu, Vayishokehu, and kissed him, Vayivku, and they wept. And on the pasuk where it says that Esav kissed Yaakov, Rashi brings down two opinions. One opinion was it's capped with dots. The word Vayishokeyu is capped with dots in the Torah. And Rashi brings two opinions from the Sifri, from Chazal, for the purpose of the dots. One opinion in Chazal is that Esav did not kiss Yaakov with his full heart. However, Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai says it indicates that Esav did kiss Yaakov with all his heart. And the question is, Gewalt, for so many years, Esav hated Yaakov. Yaakov took away his brachas, whatever reasons, but there was hate with a passion. And how does hate with a passion turn to love? Vayechapkeyu, he embraced him, and he embraced him, and he kissed him, and he loved him. According to Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, it indicates that Esav did kiss Yaakov with all his heart. How is such a thing humanly possible? If somebody has hatred toward another person, it could take years and years and years to get rid of that hatred. And here, in an instant, in 1 second, Esav embraced Yaakov, and Esav kissed Yaakov with all his heart. That's the opinion of Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai. How is such a thing humanly possible? Another question, what did Yaakov Avinu do? What strategy did he use to get Esav to love him? First question was, how could such a thing happen? The second question is, what did Yaakov do to attain this end, that Esav should embrace him and kiss him? What did he do? What strategy did he use? It seems that Yaakov studied Esav. What does he want from life? What is he interested in? And he concluded, I Yaakov Avinu, am observing my brother Esav. He wants money. He wants kavod. And Yaakov decided to give him money and kavod. He gave him pearl, gave him avonim toivos, he gave him animals. And he brought Esav's desires by giving him whatever he craves and yearns for. And he craves and yearns for money and wealth and honor, and he decided that's what I have to give Esav. And then Esav was now focused on getting the pleasures of life that he thought to be important. He gave him honor, Avdacha, Yaakov, La'adoni La'esav. He gave him Avonim Toivos, he gave him precious stones, he gave him animals, he gave him property, he gave him kavod. And now Esav's whole life was focused on receiving more and more and more of all these things that he craves for and yearns for. And when that happened, then Esav could not see straight anymore. He said, Esav, I came to kill Yaakov. What am I doing? I came to kill Yaakov, but what am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing anymore, because all I could see in front of me is more wealth and kavod. And when a person is overtaken by his desires for all this money and glitter and kavod, that's all that's in his mind. He can't think straight anymore. And that's what Yaakov's strategy was, and that's what worked. Not only does Esav not hate Yaakov anymore, but Esav loves Yaakov now, because Yaakov is the one that is showering him with all this gold and silver and honor and respect, and that's what he wants, and that's what life is all about according to him. And that's how Yaakov was able to turn Esav's hate into love. What we learn from this is a few things. What we learn is that man can transform hate, passionate hate, into love in a split second. If the Torah tells us Hakina v'hataiva v'hakavod meitzin ha'adam min ha'olam, one who pursues kavod and taivas one who pursues that can't. It takes a person away from, not only from Olam Haba, but even Olam Hazeh. He can't think straight. All he wants now is his taivas. That's all he wants. But we see two great things. One, that a person can do the impossible. He can turn hate into love in a split second. That's what happened here. Vayichabkeyu, vayishakeyu. He embraced him and he kissed him with all his heart, according to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. A person can do that. A person can't say, I hate this person. I can't deal with him. A person has an opportunity. A person has an ability. The Rebbeinu Shalom created a human being to be able to transform hate into love. And the way to bring it out, the way Yaakov brought it out, all this love in Esav, is by putting him into something that he craves for and yearns for. More and more and more and more of that. The more he gives him, the less he thinks straight. So the Eibishter should help us. We should be zeicha to be able to transform any hate we have within us into love, because man is capable of doing that. It sounds impossible, but man is capable of doing that. And secondly, we see from here that the way to do it is to put the person that you're dealing with into a situation where all he sees is what he craves and yearns for. And then he will not be able to think straight anymore. The Eibishter should help us. We should be zeicha to utilize these revelations to become better Yidden. Amen v'amen.